turn the dial. You're now tuned in to this Safety Man Movement Podcast with your host, Terry the Great.
What's up, beautiful people? How you guys doing today? Terry Gray here, and welcome to the all-new Safety Man Movement Podcast. Happy Monday to you all. I'm excited for you all to be here, and I'm excited to get this launched and going. For you all who don't know who I am, my name is Terry Gray, and I am the Safety Man, but guess what? So are you. And today, I want to share this episode, and this episode is entitled, The Safety Man is No Longer One Individual. It's apropos, should I say appropriate, because of exactly what the Safety Man movement is all about. Because the Safety Man movement is based on the simple phrase, the Safety Man is no longer one individual, but many individuals that are one, or Smin Lloyd Mateo, which is a unique little word that I just kind of created. It's really just the first letter of every word that's in the Safety Man is no longer one individual, but many individuals that are one. It's a short term for it. It really looked like one of the when I spelled it out, it really reminded me of like a Chinese proverb, Smin Lloyd Mateo. So that's where that kind of came from. I was trying to make a short form, and that's kind of came up. Anyways, we're here, and I'm trying to share with you guys the Safety Man Movement Podcast. I'm excited to be here, guys, and we're going to try to hit you up every single weekday with something new to help you along your safety journey. It's not going to be long. It's just a short thing for me to inspire you every day to try to get you to recognize your role, the role that you play as a safety man and a safety woman in the environments that you live in. But more importantly than recognizing that you're just a safety man and a safety woman, I need you to understand that you have to, or not that you have to, but I want you to understand that safety has to come home with you. That safety is a thing that lasts your entire life. As the safety man and as the safety woman, I hope that you're ready to take on that identity and recognize that you are necessary and you're needed in this environment, in wherever you live. You know, your role is important. And today, again, I tell you the episode title is The Safety Man is No Longer One Individual. The first half of that's what I want to kind of focus on today as we jump into this. And as we continue down this Safety Man Movement Podcast, continuing to reveal to you more principles that represent what the Safety Man movement is all about. And so today, and every day really, I want to introduce the movement and establish that safety is an identity that is lived within our individual, that is lived within us, and is lived within our individual, our corporative, and organizational capacities. That means you have a personal part to play as an individual. That safety impacts you. It is yours to own. For that reason, it impacts the teams that you work with, the people whom you are surrounded by. And as a team, it will cooperatively, as we work together cooperatively, it will affect our organizations, no matter what those organizations are, but it affects organizationally. So we talk individually, cooperatively, and we talking organizationally. So I need you to understand those perspectives as we are approaching the Safety Man movement, as we're talking about the Safety Man movement and your role in it, that it all starts with you and your ownership first. And then we move on to the people that is affected by your presence, that are affected by what you do, what you bring to the table. And each person has an individual role, has an individual capacity that they bring to every team that they're on. Now, when I say team, again, I told you it's individuals, cooperatively, and organizationally. Cooperatively, what is that team that could represent? It could represent your team that's at work. It could represent your team that's at your community, and your team at your church, and the number one team, your family. That's your number one team that you're affected on. But again, that identity has to start with you. And you are the driving force of how safety will affect the people around you. And I want to hit you with this thought today. As you proceed through this Monday and do whatever you do, understand that if safety belongs to one person, let's say the safety man that we recognize at our jobs, or the safety woman, or the individual who's degreed as a safety person, if safety only belongs to one person, then everyone else around you, all of you, have a right to just ignore safety altogether, because it's just that one person's responsibility. And unfortunately, where we go and where we work and the things that we do, we typically think that the safety man is the person, and we think it's not my job. I try to tell people often how the safety man movement started was with a story that a gentleman I encountered when I became the safety leader, and we had a conversation. He called me over. I was the new safety lead way back in 2013, and this young man called me. He was older than me. I called him young man, but he was older than me. He said, "Hey, Mr. Gray, come over. I got to show you something." He came. He called me over. I said, "What's going on? What's the problem?" He said, "Hey, listen, there's this card." I say card, my apologies. There's a tag that's on this floor. It's a metal tag, the size of a card, and a credit card. And he said somebody could slip on it and could hurt themselves. I said, "Well, why didn't you pick it up?" He said, "I would, but that is not my job." That is not my job. And I learned through my tenure as a craftsman, as a foreman, as a safety leader, that is a literal mindset that people have, that it's not my job. It is not for me because they didn't hire me in the safety department, so it's not what I do. Well, I'm hoping that through this Safety Man Movement podcast, you will begin to grasp ownership, and that you will begin to see the magnitude of your contribution and you as an individual, and taking ownership of safety, of your own safety, of the safety of those around you, and how it impacts everybody. So we're on this journey, and before we go, I just want to share a couple things with you guys. As my heart posture is this, where every person, again, has the capacity in which they can add value, prevent harm, and help someone else. That is very important to recognize. Every person has a capacity in which they can add value, prevent harm, and help someone else. Again, if the safety man is no longer one individual, but many individuals that are one, that means that there are many individuals have many different roles and many different parts to play. We typically think about teams like football teams, or I share when I present, I talk about the body part, or Voltron, where there's all these multiple different parts that have different roles, but they all contribute to the overall safety of the team, to the overall success of the team, right? Your body's well-being is dependent upon all of the faculties of your body, of who you are, working together as a unit to protect and to give you the best opportunity to survive, right? Each part doesn't do the same thing. They contribute in their own unique way. And that is important, because I don't want people to think that when we talk about safety, that we're just talking about what you do at work, because we're not talking about just what you do at work. Safety is an ownership thing. That means when you own something, you don't just own it for 8 hours in a workday. Please get safety is just at work out of your mind, or that safety is just preventing injuries out of your mind. There's so much more, and I'm gonna reveal a lot of these things to you as we progress through this. But I'm not gonna hold you long today. Just remembering, I want you to know that, again, the safety man is no longer one individual, but many individuals that are one. And I feel like I say many individuals, but I mean every individual. That means you who are listening to me right now. You have a part to play, and we are able to change the environments. We are able to change the atmospheres. We are able to change our teams, our families, the security of everyone. And you as an individual, when we begin to adopt and accept the roles and the parts that we play as safety professionals, as safety advocates. And for myself, a new understanding that I've learned is I've actually believe I've been called to safety. Maybe not in school or those things that you may think about it, but it's in my heart and I've lived it. So I'm excited to share this with you all. I'm excited to go on this journey with you all every day. And as you get ready for your day, as you get ready to start and get ready to do your thing, I want you to just remember that you have a part to play. And so as we progress through this podcast, I want you to answer a question. I need you to answer this question as a personal question for you. Do you identify with safety? Like, do you feel like there is something that you can see, or that there's something that you can understand that lets you connect to what safety is, and knowing that safety affects you? It affects the people around you, and how you respond and how you act affect those people around you as well. It's so much more than just policies and procedure when we're talking about safety. And that's what the Safety Man Movement is here for. That's what I'm here for, to enlighten, to bring information to you guys, to change you from just operating from compliance to operating in ownership. Because we're not just protecting lives, we're protecting purpose. We're preserving legacies. We're preserving families. We're doing so much more when we are saving the lives of people. And people matter so much. They are so important. You are so important. You need to remember that as you even progress through this day. And I know I've already talked your head off a little bit, so let me go ahead and just kind of conclude with this. Again, I'm here to create safety shifters, and you're on this journey with me, and I hope you're willing to accept that responsibility as a safety shifter and identify your safety shifter responsibility for today is to identify one person or responsibility or an environment that is affected by your everyday choices. All right. Your everyday choices, all of the choices that you make, not just stuff with PPE and things like that. Those things count. Those things matter as well. But think broader, think bigger of what you do, because a lot of people don't think that they have a contribution to make towards safety because they're in an office environment, or because they're not directly on a shop floor and things like that. We have to shift that mindset that you may be thinking and how you perceive safety, so that you can unlock the inner hero that's inside of you, so that you can be most effective, the most effective that you can be when we're living our lives every day, from the office to the house, to the grocery store. You have a part to play. So again, identify one person, one responsibility, one environment that is affected by your everyday choices. This should be fairly easy, but it should help you recognize that even if it's in a small capacity from moment to moment, your choices as a safety hero, as a safety shifter matters. All right. So I'm excited. I went longer than I wanted to today. We're going to be doing I got a lot of short snippets. I'm going to try to hold it under 10 minutes, really like 5 minutes a day, just to encourage you and inspire you each day as you go forward into your journey, understanding that safety touches everywhere. It touches so many different things, and who you are, the roles that you play, makes such a grand difference. And I need you to capture that concept. I need you to know that everybody has a different capacity, but everybody has the same responsibility, and that is contributing and being safe and doing your part to protect others. So I thank you guys for joining me today for this first Safety Man Movement podcast as we launch off. I hope you will join me every day. So I need you to go and follow the Safety Man Movement on different platforms, whether it's TikTok, whether it's YouTube, whether you see me on LinkedIn, Facebook, or anything else I got out there, Instagram. Yeah, see me out there. I'll be posting stuff there. I want to make sure that I stay connected with you guys. So follow the Safety Man Movement, and if you can, comment wherever you're seeing this. If this resonated with you at all, again, follow the Safety Man Movement first of all, and comment, "I'm a safety shifter." If you believe that safety belongs to all of us, if you believe this is something for everybody, comment in the comment section, "I am a safety shifter." Because that's what we're here to do. We're going to be shifters and changing the way that we see safety, changing the environments, the very presence. Your very presence will impact people all around you, the worlds that you encounter every day. Well, ladies and gentlemen, thank you again for joining me. I'm Terry Gray, your host of Safety Man. Remember that the Safety Man is no longer one individual, but many individuals that are one. I hope to see you guys tomorrow right here on the Safety Man Movement Podcast.